Welcome back, fellow explorers of Middle-earth, to another enthralling episode of Realms Revealed. Today we embark on a journey shrouded in darkness as we unveil the secrets of Saruman's Ring of Power, him down a path of darkness, culminating in the creation of his own Ring of Power. As we journey through the pages of lore and legend, we shall uncover the dark truths hidden within his creation. From his origins as a Maya of Ale to his relentless quest for dominion over Middle-earth, we shall shed light on the enigmatic figure of the White Wizard and the depths of darkness to which he descended. But beware, for in the shadows lurk secrets that may shake the very foundations of our understanding of Middle-earth's history. So join us now as we lift the veil of secrecy surrounding Saruman's Ring of Power and reveal the hidden darkness that lies within. Subscribe to Realms Revealed and let the journey begin. Saruman's origin and ambition. In the cosmic tapestry of Middle-earth's history, few figures loom as large or cast as deep a shadow as Saruman the White. Born of celestial origins, he and Sauron emerged as brethren among the Maiar, servants of Ale the Smith, in the days before days. It is within this primordial crucible that the seeds of ambition and destiny were sown, shaping the course of their fates for ages to come. Saruman, known as Kurumo in the language of the Ainur, was esteemed among his kin for his wisdom and cunning. He dutifully served Aule, wielding his knowledge of craft and lore in the service of the Valar. However, beneath the surface of his outward allegiance lay a hunger for power, a thirst for knowledge that burned with a fierce intensity. It was a hunger mirrored in the heart of Sauron, his kindred spirit, whose ambitions echoed his own in the symphony of creation. When the Valar deemed it necessary to intervene in the affairs of Middle-earth, they chose Saruman as one of the Istari, the order of wizards tasked with guiding and aiding the free peoples in their struggle against tyranny. Bestowed with mortal forms, he and his brethren embarked on a journey across the seas, their destinies intertwined with the fate of Middle-earth. For over 1,500 years, he wandered the eastern lands of Middle-earth, accompanied by the enigmatic blue wizards, Alatar and Palando. Together, they delved into realms beyond imagination, uncovering tales of ancient lore and forgotten magic. It was a journey fraught with peril and discovery, as they sought to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows of the East. Throughout his wanderings, he amassed a wealth of knowledge, honing his craft and expanding his understanding of the forces that shaped the world. From the ruins of ancient civilizations to the forbidden realms of dark sorcery, he ventured forth, his thirst for knowledge driving him ever onward. Yet for all his learning and ambition, he remained ensnared in the webs of his own desires. As the centuries passed, his hunger for power grew, fueled by envy and pride. It was a path that led him to forsake his former wisdom as he sought to bend the forces of creation to his will. In the year 1000 of the Third Age, Saruman and his fellow wizards arrived in Middle-earth, guided by the Valar to aid in the struggle against Sauron. It was a mission ordained by fate, a chance to champion the cause of the free peoples in their darkest hour. Yet, even as he stood among his brethren, he harbored ambitions of his own, dreams of dominion that lingered in the depths of his heart. As the shadows of war gathered on the horizon, his ambition burned bright, a flame that threatened to consume all in its path. It was a destiny forged in the fires of creation, a legacy that would echo through the ages, shaping the course of history for generations to come. And so, as the saga of Middle-earth unfolded, Saruman the White stood poised on the brink of greatness, his fate entwined with the destiny of a world on the edge of darkness. Sarumans Descent, a path paved with envy and ambition. As the centuries unfolded and the tides of fate ebbed and flowed, his heart became consumed by a potent brew of envy and ambition. In the year 1500 of the Third Age, he found himself drawn ever deeper into the shadows, his gaze fixed upon the towering fortress of Barad-dûr, the seat of Sauron's power. It was a sight that stirred a longing within him, a hunger for dominion that gnawed at the edges of his soul. With each passing year, Saruman shaped Isengard to his will, molding it into a stronghold befitting his grand designs. Towering walls rose from the earth, encircling the fortress like a vice, while armies of orcs toiled in the depths, forging weapons of war beneath the watchful eye of their master. It was a monument to his ambition, a testament to his desire to rival the might of Sauron himself. But it was not enough. Driven by a lust for power that knew no bounds, he turned his gaze inward, delving into the forbidden arts of ringcraft. In the year 2000 of the Third Age, he crafted his own ring of power, a pale echo of the Dark Lord's masterwork. Forged in the fiery pits of Eisenhard, it bore the mark of his ambition, a symbol of his desire to command the forces of creation. Yet even as he donned the ring upon his finger, his thoughts turned ever towards the One Ring, the ultimate prize that lay beyond his grasp. In the year 2463 of the Third Age, he sent his minions forth into the world, scouring the lands in search of the elusive artifact. It was a quest fueled by desperation, a gambit born of his insatiable hunger for dominion. As the years passed and the shadows deepened, his obsession with the One Ring grew ever more pronounced. In the year 2941 of the Third Age, he dispatched his agent, Grima Wormtongue, to the Shire, where the ring-bearer Frodo Baggins dwelled in obscurity. It was a move fraught with peril, a bid to seize the ring and bend its power to his will. But fate had other plans. In the year 3018 of the Third Age, the One Ring was found, and the wheels of destiny were set in motion. As the forces of darkness gathered and the world stood on the brink of war, his descent into darkness reached its zenith. Ensnared by his own ambition, he cast aside all semblance of wisdom and reason, consumed by a hunger for power that knew no bounds. And so, as the War of the Ring raged across the lands of Middle-earth, Saruman the White stood poised on the precipice of ruin. His dreams of dominion shattered, his fortress laid low, and he was cast out from his tower and brought low by the very forces he sought to command. It was not the might of armies or the power of sorcery that brought about his downfall, but the insatiable thirst for power that burned within his heart. And as he faded into the shadows, his legacy became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the hearts of men and Maiar alike. The Relentless Search for the One Ring. In the annals of Middle-earth, few quests have stirred the hearts of men and Maiar alike as profoundly as the search for the One Ring. For Saruman the White, it was a pursuit that consumed him utterly, driving him to the very brink of madness in his quest for ultimate power. From the moment he crafted his own ring of power, his gaze was fixed upon the elusive artifact, his mind consumed by visions of dominion and conquest. In the year 2463 of the Third Age, he set his minions to scour the length and breadth of Middle-earth, their eyes peeled for any sign of the fabled ring. As the years passed, his agents brought him tales of ancient relics and hidden treasures, each discovery sparking a flicker of hope in his heart. Yet for all his efforts, the One Ring remained tantalizingly out of reach, a prize that seemed to slip through his fingers like grains of sand. It was within the hallowed halls of Orthanc, his fortress of Isengard, that his search reached its zenith. In the year 3018 of the Third Age, his agents uncovered a hidden chamber deep beneath the tower, its walls lined with ancient scrolls and crumbling tomes of forgotten lore. For weeks on end, he pored over the dusty manuscripts, his mind ablaze with fevered speculation. Yet try as he might, he could find no mention of the One Ring, no clue as to its whereabouts or the identity of its bearer. It was a bitter blow, a reminder of his own fallibility in the face of the Dark Lord's power. But he was not one to be deterred so easily. In the year 3019 of the Third Age, he dispatched his most trusted agents to the far corners of Middle-earth, their orders clear: find the One Ring at any cost. From the mist-shrouded forests of Mirkwood to the sun-baked deserts of Harad, they searched ceaselessly, their eyes peeled for any sign of the elusive artifact. Yet as the days turned to weeks and the weeks to months, it became increasingly clear that his quest was doomed to failure. The forces of darkness were on the move, their eyes fixed firmly on the prize that had eluded them for so long. And try as he might, he could not hope to outwit the Dark Lord and his minions, for they too were drawn inexorably towards the fires of Mount Doom, where the One Ring lay hidden from mortal eyes. It was not through lack of effort or determination that he failed to locate the One Ring, but the simple fact that some treasures are not meant to be found. For as the wise know all too well, the pursuit of power is a perilous path, one that leads only to ruin and despair. And so, as the shadows lengthened and the forces of darkness closed in around him, his search came to an end, and his dreams of dominion shattered like glass upon the rocks of fate. Craftsmanship of Saruman's Ring. In the annals of Middle-earth, the art of ringcraft stands as a testament to the boundless ingenuity of its creators. From the ancient elven rings to the fabled One Ring forged by the Dark Lord Sauron, these artifacts have wielded immeasurable power, shaping the course of history itself. And among their ranks stands one ring, crafted by the hand of Saruman the White, a creation that echoes both the grandeur and the folly of its predecessors. When he first set out to fashion his own ring of power, he did so with a keen eye toward the works of the past. Drawing upon the ancient lore of the elven smiths and the dark arts of Sauron himself, he sought to create a ring that would rival even the legendary artifacts of old. And though his craftsmanship may have fallen short of such lofty ambitions, the ring he forged bore within it a potent magic all its own. In many ways, his ring mirrored the design of the elven rings that had come before it. Like those ancient artifacts, it possessed the power of preservation, the ability to slow the decay of time and preserve that which is loved or desired. This chief power, shared by all the rings alike, lent his creation a sense of permanence, a steadfastness that belied the tumultuous times in which it was forged. But beyond mere preservation, his ring held within it the promise of extended life. For a being such as Saruman, consumed by a hunger for power and a thirst for knowledge, the allure of an unending lifespan would have been impossible to resist. And so, it is likely that his ring stretched and drew out the natural lifespan of his mortal form, granting him the gift of immortality in a world bound by the passage of time. Yet perhaps most intriguing of all were the ring's powers of amplification, its ability to enhance the natural abilities of its bearer to dazzling heights. For Saruman, possessed of a keen intellect and a formidable will, this promise held untold potential, offering him the chance to ascend to heights of power undreamt of mortal minds. And yet, for all its potency, his ring was but a pale shadow of the artifacts that had come before it. Crafted with the same ring lore passed down from Sauron to the elves, it possessed an aura of familiarity, a resonance with the ancient magics of old. But lacking the final piece of knowledge required to create a true ring of power, his creation fell short of its lofty ambitions, its potential forever unfulfilled. But what of the future? Could Saruman, given more time and opportunity, have forged a great ring of power to rival even that of Sauron himself? It is a question that lingers in the minds of scholars and sages alike, a tantalizing possibility that speaks to the boundless potential of the craft. His ring stands as a testament to the enduring power of creation, a symbol of the ambition and folly of those who seek to wield the forces of the world to their own ends. And though its true potential may forever remain a mystery, its legacy lives on, a reminder of the perils that lie in the pursuit of power unchecked. A descent into envy and power. In the towering heights of Orthanc, amidst the swirling mists of Isengard, Saruman the White stood, his eyes gleaming with a mixture of pride and envy as he displayed his creation to Gandalf the Grey. The ring upon his finger, a testament to his skill and ambition, seemed to pulse with a dim light, casting a shadow over the wizard's once noble visage. But what drove Saruman to craft such a ring, to flaunt it before the eyes of his fellow Istari, and to covet power with such fervor? To understand his motivation, one must delve into the depths of his soul, to uncover the tangled web of envy and desire that lay at its core. It began with a simple gift, bestowed upon Gandalf by the shipwright Lord of Lindon, Círdan the Shipwright. Narya, the Ring of Fire, blazed upon Gandalf's hand, a symbol of his role as a protector and guide to the free peoples of Middle-earth. But to Saruman, it was more than just a gift, it was a challenge, a reminder of his own perceived superiority and the envy that gnawed at his heart. For Saruman, the possession of Narya by Gandalf was a source of bitter resentment, a constant reminder of his own inadequacy in the eyes of the Valar and the free peoples of Middle-earth. Where Gandalf was revered and honored, Saruman was cast aside, his once lofty ambitions overshadowed by the brilliance of his fellow wizard. And so, fueled by envy and a thirst for dominance, he turned his gaze toward darker paths, seeking to forge his own destiny and carve out a kingdom of his own making. In the depths of Isengard, he labored tirelessly, crafting his ring of power in imitation of the Dark Lord Sauron, hoping to rival the might of the one who had cast his shadow over the land for countless ages. But his ambition knew no bounds, and as his power grew, so too did his desire for dominion. No longer content to simply emulate Sauron, Saruman sought to surpass him, to claim the mantle of ruler of Middle-earth for himself. And in his pursuit of power, He cast aside all semblance of morality and righteousness, becoming a shadow of his former self, consumed by his own lust for dominion. Yet for all his scheming and plotting, his grasp on power was tenuous at best. His ring, though potent in its own right, was but a pale imitation of the artifacts forged by the ancient elven smiths, lacking the true strength and mastery of its predecessors. And in the end, it would be his undoing, a symbol of his folly and hubris in the face of greater powers. In the annals of Middle-earth, his motivation stands as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of envy and ambition unchecked. In his quest for power, he lost sight of all that was good and noble within him, becoming a shadow of his former self, consumed by his own desires. And though his ring may have granted him a fleeting taste of power, it ultimately proved to be his downfall, a testament to the folly of those who seek to wield the forces of the world to their own ends. The quest for redemption. As we reflect on Saruman's tumultuous journey, it's impossible to ignore the potential for redemption amidst the shadows of his downfall. Throughout Tolkien's mythology, redemption arcs offer a poignant exploration of characters grappling with their inner struggles. From Boromir's redemption through sacrifice to Gollum's unexpected role in the destruction of the One Ring, these narratives resonate with themes of forgiveness and second chances. At first glance, Saruman's descent into darkness seems irreversible, a tragic tale of hubris and folly that culminates in his eventual downfall. From his initial betrayal of the Valor to his relentless pursuit of power, every step of his journey serves to further cement his status as a villain of unparalleled malice. And yet, beneath the layers of deceit and treachery, there remains a glimmer of the wizard he once was, a spark of nobility buried beneath the ashes of his own ambition. It is this flicker of humanity that provides the foundation for Saruman's potential redemption, a chance for him to confront the darkness within and seek forgiveness for his sins. But such a journey would not be easy, nor would it come without sacrifice. To redeem himself, Saruman would need to confront the consequences of his actions head-on, acknowledging the pain and suffering he has caused and striving to make amends wherever possible. But redemption is not simply a matter of words. It requires deeds, actions that demonstrate a genuine desire to change and grow. For Saruman, this might mean renouncing his quest for power and seeking to atone for his past transgressions, perhaps by aiding in the fight against Sauron or assisting in the rebuilding of war-torn lands. It would require humility and self-reflection, qualities that have long been absent from the fallen wizard's character. Yet despite the odds, there remains a glimmer of hope, a chance, however slim, for Saruman to find redemption in the eyes of the world. And though his journey may be fraught with peril and uncertainty, it is a path worth treading, for in the end, it is not the darkness within us that defines us, but the light we choose to embrace. While the road to redemption may be long and arduous, it is not beyond the reach of even the most fallen of souls. For Saruman, the fallen wizard whose actions brought ruin upon Middle-earth, the possibility of redemption serves as a beacon of hope, a chance to confront the darkness within and emerge anew, ready to embrace a brighter future. The corrupting influence of Saruman's ring. Amidst the swirling mists of Eisenhard, where the shadows whispered and the echoes of power reverberated through the air, Saruman's ring exerted its insidious influence. Crafted in the fires of ambition and tempered by envy, its dark magic seeped into the very fabric of the land, twisting and warping all that it touched. From the moment of its creation, the ring whispered promises of greatness to its master, filling his mind with visions of dominion and conquest. Yet with each passing day, its whispers grew louder, its promises more enticing, until even the most steadfast of wills could not resist its call. For Saruman, the ring became a source of obsession, a focal point around which his every thought and deed revolved. No longer content to simply wield its power, he sought to master it, to bend its dark magic to his will and shape the world in his image. But the ring was not so easily tamed. Like a viper coiled in the grass, its influence slithered through his mind, poisoning his thoughts and clouding his judgment. Where once there had been wisdom and clarity, there was now only madness and folly, as he pursued his dreams of dominion with reckless abandon. As the years passed and the shadows deepened, the ring's influence only grew stronger, its dark magic twisting his once noble intentions into something dark and sinister. No longer did he seek to aid the free peoples of Middle-earth. Instead, he sought only to bend them to his will, to crush all who stood in the way of his ambitions. And so, as the War of the Ring raged across the lands of Middle-earth, Saruman the White stood as a dark shadow of his former self, consumed by his lust for power and blind to the consequences of his actions. It was a descent into darkness from which there could be no return, as he became little more than a puppet dancing to the tune of his own ring. But what of the influence of Saruman's creation on the events that unfolded in Middle-earth? Let's explore. His Ring of Power, crafted in the depths of Eisenhard, undoubtedly played a pivotal role in shaping the trajectory of the White Wizard's character and actions. The possession of such a potent artifact undoubtedly had profound effects on both himself and those around him. But what exactly was the nature of its influence, and how did it contribute to Saruman's descent into darkness? Firstly, it's essential to consider the inherent properties of rings of power in Tolkien's mythology. These rings are not mere trinkets but conduits of immense magical power, imbued with the ability to amplify the desires and traits of their bearers. In the case of Saruman, a being already consumed by ambition and envy, the acquisition of such a ring would have only served to intensify these qualities. His ring likely acted as a catalyst, fueling his hunger for dominion and control over Middle-earth. As he beheld the artifact upon his finger, its allure whispered promises of unrivaled power and influence, driving him further down the path of darkness. With each passing day, his obsession with the One Ring and his dreams of surpassing Sauron grew ever more pronounced, overshadowing any semblance of reason or morality. Moreover, the presence of Saruman's ring would undoubtedly have affected his interactions with those around him, particularly his fellow wizards and the inhabitants of Middle-earth. As he delved deeper into the forbidden arts of ringcraft, his once noble visage became twisted by envy and pride, casting a pall over his once lofty reputation. The whispers of his ring's power likely sowed seeds of doubt and discord among his allies, fostering mistrust and division within the ranks of the free peoples. But perhaps most significantly, Saruman's ring may have served as a symbol of his ultimate downfall, a tangible representation of the hubris and folly that consumed him. In his relentless pursuit of power, he became blinded to the consequences of his actions, heedless of the havoc he wreaked upon the world around him. And in the end, it would be this single-minded pursuit of dominion that led to his ultimate undoing, as he was cast out from his tower and brought low by the very forces he sought to command. Saruman's ring was more than just a magical artifact. It was a catalyst for his descent into darkness, amplifying his desires and driving him ever further from the path of righteousness. Its influence pervaded every aspect of his being, shaping his actions and interactions in ways that would have far-reaching consequences for Middle-earth. And though its true nature may forever remain shrouded in mystery, its legacy serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the pursuit of power unchecked. The fall of Saruman, in the final days of the War of the Ring, as the forces of darkness gathered, and the fate of Middle-earth hung in the balance, Saruman's descent into darkness reached its climax. With the ring upon his finger and the armies of Isengard at his command, he seemed poised to claim victory at last. But fate had other plans. For even as he marshaled his forces for one final assault, the winds of change were stirring, as the free peoples of Middle-earth rallied to confront the darkness that threatened to engulf them. It was not the might of armies or the power of sorcery that brought about his downfall, but the simple courage and determination of those who stood against him. Led by the unlikely heroics of Frodo Baggins and his loyal companions, the forces of good marched forth to challenge the darkness that had taken root in the heart of Middle-earth. And in the shadow of Mount Doom, where the One Ring was forged and where it would ultimately be unmade, Saruman's reign of terror came to an end. With the destruction of the ring and the defeat of Sauron, his power was broken, his fortress laid low, and he was cast out from his tower to wander the wilderness as a broken and defeated figure. It was a fitting end for one who had once aspired to greatness, only to be consumed by his own lust for power. And as he faded into the shadows, his legacy became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the hearts of men and Maiar alike. Legacy of Saruman's Ring. As the saga of Middle-earth unfolds, mysteries abound, and none perhaps more intriguing than the enigma of his ring. Crafted in the depths of Isengard, its origins shrouded in shadow, it stands as a testament to the wizard's ambition and his descent into darkness. But amidst the whispers of power and the clash of steel, one question lingers: could his ring be nothing more than an illusion, a mere trick of the light to ensnare the unwary? To understand the true nature of his ring, one must first consider the wizard's mastery of ringcraft. Born of ancient knowledge and tempered by centuries of study, his skill in the arcane arts was unmatched among his peers. From the forging of blades to the weaving of spells, his talents knew no bounds, and it is within this crucible of knowledge that his ring took shape. But could such mastery truly give rise to a ring of power? While his skill was formidable, it paled in comparison to that of the ancient elven smiths who had forged the rings of power in ages past. And though his ring may have possessed a semblance of potency, it lacked the true strength and depth of its predecessors, leaving many to question its true nature and purpose. Yet amidst the doubts and speculation, one cannot ignore the missed opportunities and untold possibilities that lie at the heart of his ring. For in its creation, the wizard glimpsed a path to greatness, a chance to ascend to the ranks of the Dark Lords who had come before him. And though his ambitions were thwarted in the end, one cannot help but wonder what might have been, had fate taken a different turn. Indeed, the potential for Saruman's ascension as a Dark Lord looms large in the annals of Middle-earth, a tantalizing prospect that remains tantalizingly out of reach. For in the depths of Eisenhard, amidst the clash of armies and the rumble of war, he stood poised on the brink of greatness, his ring a symbol of his ambition and his thirst for power. But in the end, it was not to be, and his ring stands as a testament to the folly of those who seek to wield the forces of the world to their own ends. For in its creation, the wizard unleashed a power beyond his control, a dark legacy that would haunt the land for generations to come. Join the discussion below and share your thoughts on Saruman's Ring of Power. Did you find its creation intriguing, or do you believe it was a folly of ambition? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Realms Revealed for more fascinating explorations of Middle-earth's mysteries. Until next time, this is Realms Revealed, signing off.